Hello Uplanders, I'm YK2012 and I'm going to explain to you how you know which stadium to travel to in order to mint NFL player mementos. What you can see here is the Chicago store, which includes the upcoming time for the beginning of early sale registration, as well as the complete schedule for the Chicago team. Now, up here it says the next upcoming game is game number 14, and we can scroll down to see that game number 14 is between Chicago and Minnesota, where Chicago is the home team and Minnesota is the visiting team. If we take a look at week 15, we can see that Chicago at Seattle, meaning that Chicago is the visiting team to Seattle. If you take only one thing away from this video, make sure that it's the fact that you do not mix up the stadiums that you go to. You must travel to the stadium where the game is being played. So in this instance, because Chicago is the home team, the game is being played in Chicago. For week 15, the game is not being played in Chicago. Chicago is visiting the Seattle team. So the stadium you must go to is where Seattle calls home. Now I'm going to show you two ways in which you can figure out where to travel. The first way is using the in-game mechanics, and the second way is using the Upland guide. We have a number of bots that can really help you figure out not only where to go, but also how to get there. This is the first way to determine that you need to travel to Santa Clara in order to mint mementos for the Seattle game versus Chicago. Now, if we take week 15 as an example, where I want to travel to Seattle in order to mint a Chicago legit, I would want to go back out of the store, go into the NFL player legits, and click on stadiums. From here, I want to search for Seattle, and I can see that Seattle calls Santa Clara home. So I'm going to click on that team, and it's going to take me here over to the Santa Clara NFLPA shop, and I'm going to enter the shop and then click on Seattle, and now I can see the Seattle schedule. It's saying here registration for early sale starts in 5 days for game number 15, and we can confirm here that game number 15 is in fact Seattle versus Chicago. So here Seattle is hosting Chicago, and on the Chicago team page we saw Chicago at Seattle. So this is the first way of figuring out that you need to travel to Seattle. But the next question is how would you get there? And this is where the Upland guide can come in. This is where the Upland guide can really come in handy. We have a Discord server The second way to figure this out is by using the Upland Guide Discord server. I'm going to go into the Discord server here, and I'm going to show you exactly why we think that this is the preferred method in order to help you determine that you need to travel to Santa Clara. If you're new to our Discord server, the first thing you're going to want to do is head over to the Claim Roles channel. Here there are a number of questions that we want you to answer in order to opt into specific channels. We want you to have a clean and sleek channel here, and there are lots and lots of channels here, but we don't want you to be cluttered with a lot of things that you don't want to see. So we want you to choose to opt into seeing the NFL section of our Discord server, so you can do that by clicking this football. After you do that, you will have access to this NFL section where there are a lot of important links and all sorts of interesting things here, but we're focusing on the Spores bot. The first bot that you can utilize is the referee bot. by using the command $NFL scores. We can see all of the upcoming games and previous games of this week. So here we can see that one of the upcoming games is Las Vegas at Cleveland. So here I already know that if I want to mint mementos for either Las Vegas or Cleveland from this game, then I need to go to the Cleveland Stadium. Now, if I don't know exactly where the Cleveland Stadium is, then we can utilize a second command from a second bot. That command being $NFL and then Cleveland, or CLE for short. And here it is telling us that if we wanted to go to Cleveland, the address is in Cleveland, and this is the exact address of the in-game store that you have to go to. In addition to that, it gives you here a link to the 2020 team roster for the Cleveland Browns, where you can take a look at the different player legits that exist and look at their Madden ratings in order to be able to compare different players when trading. Now that I've concluded that I want to travel to Cleveland in this instance, I want to know what's the best way of getting there. So for that, we're going to utilize the Upland Guide travel bot, where here we type in from the city that you're in. So let's say I'm in Bakersfield, and I want to go to Cleveland. Hit enter, and it is going to tell me both the cheapest route and the fastest route in order to get there. So here we can actually see that we have to go through Chicago in order to get to Cleveland, and there's an option of taking either the train or the Hyperloop. So if you're trying to mint mementos in two different cities, then this is a really good bot to use to figure out what's the fastest way of getting there, because we know that time is of the essence when you want to register early in order to hopefully get to the front of the line in order to buy some of these mementos. To summarize, using the Upland Guide Discord server, you only need 3 commands in order to determine everything you need to know in order to mint a memento. The first command, being NFL scores, will help you find out where the game is being played. The second command, being $NFL and then the team city, will tell you exactly where in Upland you need to travel. So here we're traveling to Cleveland. And then the third one is the $from city to city command, which will explain to you the fastest and cheapest way of getting from where you are to where you want to go in order to mint these mementos. Give this video a like, leave us any comments you might have below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also join our Discord server in order to utilize these great bots and many other different tools that we have.